In searching community gardens for our community map, we discovered the Water Sustainability Campus. Behold the Anaheim Water Recycling Demonstration Facility. It was created in 2013 during the heart of the Southern California drought as a means of teaching Anaheim residents ways they can preserve water. The water recycled at the facility is put to use for irrigation by the neighborhoods and businesses on Anaheim Boulevard. The process of water recycling is key to our project, and for that reason we will highlight the main steps of the process.
Through our research of the Anaheim Water Sustainability Campus, we found that there are 4 primary steps in the process of water recycling. The first step is the water going through a fine screening, which removes large material and wastewater through a tank. Step 2 is biological treatment, in which wastewater is screened and enters underground tanks where microorganisms help by feeding on the wastewater and cleaning it. Step 3 is filtration, that is done through small tubes, getting rid of the microorganisms. The last step is disinfection, that ensures a final clean product. The Anaheim Packing House is a specific example of a facility that uses this recycled water, along with many other buildings and neighborhoods in the vicinity of the campus.
Aside from being interested in the facility because it was a powerhouse for a major tourist spot in Anaheim, we also took fascination in the facility because we thought that its purpose was extremely relevant to the city of Anaheim in particular. However, we were kind of confused as to why nobody really knew about it, including us, so we decided to frame our compelling question around it. Our compelling question was, if the Anaheim Water Demonstration Facility is meant to increase public awareness, why is it unknown by most? Next came our supporting questions. The first being, does the city provide advertisements for the facility? Is the facility receiving any funding from Anaheim City? And do people care to learn about city resources? Although we weren't able to answer all of our supporting questions due to restrictions on getting hold of information, we were able to answer some of them through surveys that we took in the span of 2 weeks.
So after conducting our research about the facility, we wanted to know if more people knew about it. We handed out surveys to Anaheim residents who were living in Anaheim for more than 5 years over the span of 2 weeks. We compiled over 120 surveys and the results were conclusive.
As you can see, the survey projected on the screen demonstrates the types of questions we asked Anaheim citizens. Number 4 in particular provided a foundation for our compelling question, and we based most of our project on this. The next thing we're projecting is a graphical representation of the responses to number 4. As you can see, the people who had not heard of the facility completely outweigh the people who did. In fact, of the 120 people we surveyed, only 2 of them had heard of the facility. Furthermore, the data that we gathered helped us to solidify our project, which was to advertise the facility through PSAs and other methods. As a result of legal ramifications, we were no longer able to do our intended senior civic project, which is to advertise the Anaheim Sustainability Campus to the citizens of Anaheim. We got into contact with Anaheim City and they gave us the phone number of a woman named Melissa Siphon. We talked to Melissa for a while and she explained to us why we weren't allowed to do it, which had a whole bunch of legal technicalities. However, Melissa did give us some alternative options that still involved the Water Sustainability Campus that we could use in our project. Now, if you remember earlier from the beginning of our presentation, we kind of explained to you how the Water Sustainability Campus works and how it provides water to businesses and homes along Anaheim Boulevard, including the packing house. However, the problem is that these businesses and homes have continuously flushed unflushable items down their toilets and drains, and this has clogged the Sustainability Campus. This is not only a waste of water, but it's also kind of a misuse of manpower because people aren't realizing that it's actual people that are having to go and unclog unsanitary items because they don't have a machine to do this. Furthermore, we decided that we would make a new senior civic project that would still make PSAs, but instead it would be to the homes and businesses that are directly affected by the Anaheim Sustainability Campus. And basically we would just remind them what they can and can't flush down the toilet.
So this is the original postcard the facility handed out to the community. As you can see, it is a little bland. Our job was to create a new postcard that would catch people's attentions as well as get the message across. Our postcards had to include a brief description about the facility and what not to flush down the toilet. So we created 2 versions of the postcards. For the first one, we used the same words in the original postcard because we weren't sure if the staff wanted us to change that. And for the second one, we changed up the color and the wording for a friendlier vibe. After sending it to Melissa, she directed it over to their graphic designer. He then contacted us through a phone call shortly after to give us some suggestions. His main problem was the picture of the toilet and unflushable items. He said it was not pleasing to look at, which is understandable. We should have thought of that. He also liked the choice of words for the second postcard. With his suggestions, we came up with our third version, which is much more appealing and prettier to look at. We obviously changed the toilets to sprinklers, which relates to the purpose of the campus, and the bright colors and flowers are meant to catch people's attentions. We have sent this version to the graphic designer, and now we're just waiting for any further suggestions or his approval.
To conclude our video, we would like to address that our task is not finished yet because we are still waiting for the approval of our graphic designer on our postcards so that they may be distributed to the local houses and businesses that are helped by the Anaheim Water Sustainability Campus.
To be honest, we like the second version better than the first version of our project because we know this will directly impact Anaheim and its resources. Unlike a broad PSA, we know this is going straight to the community and neighbors in Anaheim Boulevard. This is extra fulfilling for us because we know the staff appreciates our efforts and interest in the campus, and we know they will use our postcards for the future.